Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another very interesting session of Candid Meena. And in today's session, we'll be discussing that there's a huge update as far as the Disha Salian case is concerned, as well as the fact that Saif Ali Khan seems to be in a huge spot of bother. And we'll be talking about that, as well as more interesting news in today's session. So, friends, coming to the first piece of news, and welcome, Dina. Now, this is quite big, and I'm sure that Kareena Kapoor especially won't be happy hearing about this huge update. Welcome, Gloria. Now, according to the latest development, the Madhya Pradesh High Court has set aside a trial court in the long-standing Bhopal royal family inheritance dispute, which has deemed Saif Ali Khan, his sister Soha and Sabah, and mother Sharmila Tagore as the successors to the properties in an appeal by the heirs of Nawab Hamidullah Khan, who challenged the previous property distribution that was in support of Sajida Sultan. Sajida Sultan is the Nawab's daughter from a great grandmother of Khan. Now, however, the earlier decision had given the ancestral property to Sajida Sultan. However, the heirs of erstwhile who passed away in 1960 were wanting a partition of the private properties according to Muslim Personal Law Act 1937, which was applicable at the time of the Nawab's death, and moved trial court in 1999. However, the High Court has now directed the trial court to start afresh with the proceedings and finish the hearing in 1 year. Now, the order can alter the inheritance structure of the Bhopal royal family. The legal challenges for Saif Ali Khan increased after the Madhya Pradesh High Court rejected his plea against the government's decision to divide his family's rupees 15,000 crores worth of ancestral properties in Bhopal as enemy property. So this is quite huge, isn't it? That the Madhya Pradesh High Court has rejected Saif Ali Khan's plea of the government's decision to divide his family's 15,000 crore worth of property in Bhopal as enemy property. The proceedings are registered in a 2014 notice issued by the custodian of enemy property department, which declared the Pataudi's family assets in Bhopal under the Enemy Property Act. So you can see that things are not going well for Saif Ali Khan at this point of time. He thinks he can get away with anything, be it the so-called fake stabbing of his back, right, of his spine, where he had multiple stab wounds on his back, and he could walk straight, just a few days after that incident. These are the kind of stories which he wanted you to believe. Welcome, Ferry. Welcome, Aban. Welcome, Leena. So, government has to confiscate his property. The property his uncle has left in India, it is enemy property. Yes, Leena ji. Now, some of the properties, including in the ruling, are Saif's childhood home, Flagstaff House, the Nurus Sabah Palace, Darussalam, Bungalow of Habibi, Ahmedabad Palace, Kohifsa property, among others. The Enemy Property Act allows the government to seize control of the properties belonging to persons who migrated to Pakistan after the partition. Saif had fought against the declaration in 2015 and got temporary stay from the High Court, but the court lifted the stay on December 13, 2024. Now, in the latest order, they gave Saif and his family 30 days to approach and claim their rights back over the properties, but no claim has been filed with the allotted period. So, all in all, it looks like very well that he could lose, all this ancestral property very soon, right? And that is, all these properties are worth 15,000 crore rupees in Bhopal, and the government is going to, take it. The government is going to completely take all this property since it's enemy property. Yes, my father had left his entire property inside Lahore. Okay, when he migrated to India in 1947, partition day. Yes, Lena, but all these so-called celebrities in India, they think that they can get away with anything in the Indian law because they have the money power and maybe the political connections to somehow get the law to favor them. That property never belonged to Saif. Yes. So all in all, now we will have to wait and see, how Kareena Kapoor, if indeed he, completely loses this property. It looks like very much he is going to lose this property of 15,000 crore worth. I really wonder if Kareena Kapoor is going to stay with him or stick with him, right? So this is remains to be seen. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to smash the like button and share this video with your friends. So now coming to the big update with regards to Disha Salian case. Now, apparently the Disha Salian case, there's a huge update. And what is this update? Apparently, the SIT team, which investigated the Disha Salian case, now they have come up with a finding, and it seems that the SIT, the Mumbai Police SIT has ruled out foul play in the Disha Salian case. So the SIT2 team in Mumbai who were investigating the Disha Salian case said that there's no foul play, and it's a police affidavit. So this is a police affidavit. And now what is quite interesting is that Satish Salian, Disha Salian's father, had filed a petition in the High Court in March this year, seeking a probe by the CBI into Disha Salian's death, and also an FIR against Aditya Thackeray. Now, Salian's High Court petition alleged that Disha was raped and murdered, and there was a politically orchestrated cover-up to protect certain politically influential persons, right? So on Thursday, when reporters asked Thackeray on the Vidhan Bhavan premises about the police affidavit about no foul play in the death case, he said, "For the last 5 years, certain individuals have tried to tarnish my image. I never responded to them at the time, and I will not respond now either." So he was, referring to Nitesh Rani, obviously. And speaking on when they asked about Rani, Rani said the news being reported is based on the SIT affidavit dated June 17th. However, Disha Salian's father has since filed another affidavit challenging this. So the case is not over yet. The court's observations on the SIT report should not be interpreted in isolation. The allegations made by Disha's father are very serious, and the matter is sub judice. The next hearing is scheduled for July 16th. So the next hearing for this is July 16th. When asked whether the allegations against Thackeray were politically motivated, Rani said it is not about politics. Disha Salian's father lost his daughter. He named Aditya Thackeray and Lino Moria. Is Disha's father joining politics now? Asked about Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut demanding an apology from him. Why should I apologize for seeking justice for Disha Salian? After Disha Salian moved the High Court in March, after Satish Salian moved the High Court in March, Rani had demanded action against Thackeray and said he should resign. So apparently the case is very much on in spite of this police affidavit saying that there was no foul play in the Disha Salian case, the SIT affidavit. And also very interestingly, the lawyer of Satish Salian has, in an interview, he said that he's going to give more evidence, with regards to the people involved in the Disha Salian case. Also, video evidence. He has some video which he's going to submit to the court, and the court is going to evaluate it. And he said that he's very confident that this video evidence is enough to implicate, those who is involved in this Disha Salian case. So we will have to wait and watch when the next court hearing is on July 16th. So let us see how this case progresses. And Satish Salian's lawyer, Oja, is doing a wonderful job, I must say. He is, going against very powerful people at this point of time, a powerful system, a powerful cabal. And I do hope that he is being given enough security by the Maharashtra government. I really don't understand why the Maharashtra BJP government, especially the likes of Fadnavis, they have not voiced, with regards to this particular case, right? So it's only the Ranis who have been very vocal in this case. But it's quite obvious that some people in BJP also have a very soft corner for Bollywood, especially their wives, right? So let us see how this thing progresses, and we do hope that things that Disha Salian and SSR gets justice as soon as possible. Disha Salian's father has committed 100% for having enough proof for his daughter's murder. Yes, Fennel, and also the USB pen drive which Rani gave to the lawyer of Satish Salian, and that pen drive has a lot of digital evidence, and which is enough to implicate all the people involved in this particular case. Welcome, Vinny. Welcome, Milburn. BJP is not at all interested in giving justice to SR. Yes, only when when there's a election coming by in Maharashtra, then they will slowly show some sort of interest in this case, and then when the election is over, then they quietly they remain quiet, and that is the modus operandi of BJP, and that's how it has always been. And even the Republic TV, which was very proactive in following up with this case, they also seem to be very silent, and they don't seem to be pursuing this case as aggressively as when the case was back then in 2020 when MVA was in power. So we do hope that at least Republic TV and other some mainstream media channels also follow up on this Disha Salian hearing case. So coming to the next piece of news, friends, and this is quite interesting, is that Kangana Ranaut has made a statement on her parliamentary constituency. Flash flood hit Mandi in Himachal Pradesh. So, and her party colleagues alleged displeasure over it has given the ruling Congress fodder for criticism. So, I do not wish to comment on those who do not care, was the response of BJP leader and leader of opposition in State Assembly, Jairam Thakur, when he was asked during a press briefing why Mrs. Ranaut hadn't commented on the situation in her parliamentary constituency, Mandi. I do not wish to comment on those who do not care. I do not know, and I do not wish to comment on it. We are here to live and die for those who care. I do not wish to comment on those who do not care. So the actor politician took the cue and posted a clarification on her Twitter handle, claiming that she was advised by Mr. Thakur himself not to visit the region until the connectivity to the affected areas is restored. It is heartbreaking to see massive flood devastation in Himachal almost every now and then. I tried reaching to flood affected areas in Siraj and other areas in Mandi, but was advised by the respected leader of opposition, Jairam Thakur ji, to wait until the connectivity and reach to the affected areas are restored. So will be there as soon as possible. This is what Kangana Ranaut said with regards to the massive flood disaster. So you can see, she is playing it very careful, and Congress and other opposition parties, they know that she's a very impulsive person by nature, and they're somehow trying to catch her on the wrong foot. And that's how the strategy has been. And we will have to wait and see how she plays her cards going forward. So now coming to the next piece of news, friends. And now you have all these Khans, the likes of Amir Khan, the likes of Salman Khan, the likes of Saif Ali Khan, and each and everyone, Salman Khan as well. They're trying to reinvent themselves and somehow, force the audiences, to come and, spend their precious time buying tickets and watching their crap films. So now the latest is, welcome Subhaji. Amir Khan is cast in this film opposite Rajnikant, and this film is called Coolie. And Rajnikant is the main hero in this particular film, and the makers unveiled Amir's first look as Daha from the film, a very stylish and rugged avatar. This is how PR, the language you can see. They're trying to put Amir Khan as this very cool and stylish and rugged avatar in this particular film, and he's seen smoking a pipe, and he is acting opposite Rajnikant. So now you can see that they are making use of the stardom of the South Indian film stars like Rajnikant and Junior NTR. So all these film stars from the South, and somehow they're trying to cash in on and tap in on their fan bases down in the South. So that's how they're trying to counter the boycott Bollywood movement. And let us see how whether that people from the South should be smart enough to make their viewing decisions and consume content which is really original and good, and not made by people who are anti-national and who have interest of countries who are opposing India, like Turkey in particular. The Khans are living in denial. Yes, time up, you must know that. Yes, Gloria, and they are in a constant state of self-denial, I must say, Gloria. And the PR teams of these Khans, they have a very hard time somehow trying to make them look cool, good, and everything, when you have so many talented youngsters making content and films, not only from India but from outside the world, and this content is being consumed very heavily by people in India, and that is why they're losing viewership. Right? This is one of the big reasons. Now, friends, coming to the next piece of news, and Vivek Oberoi, as you know, that Vivek Oberoi was kicked out of Bollywood by because he went against the likes of Salman Khan, as you know. Now, Vivek Oberoi has become this huge, successful businessman all of a sudden, in Dubai. And so Vivek shared, after a while in the industry, I realized I was going around in circles and ending up where I started, and it wasn't empowering. I enjoyed being there and collaborating with certain people, but collaboration needs to be circular, give back. And Suresh Oberoi sparked his early interest in business, and Vivek said that he recalled how his father would often bring him home inventory, sometimes perfumes, electronics, and ask Vivek to sell them door to door. When I was 9 or 10, he would suddenly show up with inventory. One year it was perfumes, another year it was electronics. I would fill up my backpack and go door to door. At the end of the day, he'd ask me for my kata book and let me keep only the profit. He'd take the cost from me. And two of his companies are set to go public. The actors claim to be actively involved in 12 companies, and two of them are gearing up for an IPO. In the last year alone, he says he's helped raise approximately $1 billion in capital. According to reports, Vivek Oberoi's net worth is around 1,200 crore rupees. And so now you can see that all this is very, very suspicious indeed. How within a short span of time he was able to set up 12 companies and set up a net worth of 1,200 crores rupees, right? So all this it doesn't, it raises several red flags, and one has to wonder, where did he get the money initially to set up all these companies, right? How did he raise funds? Because he does not have any experience, only his somewhat brand name of his father, and he was successful in very few films in his Bollywood career. So how did this money come? So your guess is as good as mine, friends. So especially being in Dubai. So all these people who in Bollywood who have not been very successful, they look to make other businesses like real estate and something else like investing in a cricket team. Those people who have done well initially and they don't get any work in Bollywood afterwards. Ethically, one cannot make so much money in so much less time. Yes, friends. So you can see that several red flags in this particular guy's case, Viveco, right? So I really wonder what the ED and income tax is doing. I think everything is done at the right time in BJP, and we don't have much patience left, says Ramya. Yes, especially in the if you're talking about the SSR case in particular, yes. Unfortunately, across party lines, be it BJP, Congress, or any other party, they have very deep links with the people in Bollywood, and that is why you hardly see any Bollywood actor or actress being caught in deep trouble or being arrested for a very long period of time. You see in Hollywood, at least people like Didi, they are being the court case is going on for several months. So he was a man of huge power in Hollywood, and I don't see something similar stature a person in Bollywood being grilled like that in India, right? Because of the deep political connects and everything, they are into hanky panky businesses, Vinny. So, friends, this is all the news for today, and make sure you enjoy your Sunday. And we will see you once again on Monday. Until then, make sure to smash the like button. Until then, Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.